Hey folks, welcome back to our Battle Poker Summer League Season 1. This is Week 5, Table 4, closing out our action with one more week to go. I'm Bot D. I'm joined here by my co-caster Bad at Games. Bad, how you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing just fine. Very excited to be casting this game. It looks very promising.
Awesome. We do have 6 players with us today on this table. Right off the bat, I see some battle cruisers for Cly. Not too much else, actually nothing else really to write home about since nothing else on the table can even shoot up.
I mean, the Ten Immortals aren't terrible, but if you don't get a hand that can shoot up, you're not really a fan of it, or at least I'm not. Some good second
Cly,
cards though.
Cly missed his opportunity to take it down before the second card. Now we have some people that are going to want to stick around. Metalcore with 15 Liberators, 8 DTs for Olive Tree, 7 Tempest for Good Good Not Bad.
Good, not bad. Folds the Tempest. I mean, that was a raise upon a raise, but in a multi-way like that, I think I would be calling.
Little action to get us started, 54 chip pot. DT is going to be safe on the field here.
Yeah, it's gonna be Mr. Olive Tree and whoever else. Shall see the real action up here is over in the air. Liberators taking it down, killing the three battle cruisers.
Absolutely.
No upgrades on the board, so completely fair fight.
Well, we do have +1/+1 for Metalcore suited Liberators, so that
Oh,
may
we
have
do.
had a small determination in being able to beat those battle cruisers so efficiently.
I haven't looked. I was like, let me before I say this, let me make sure there are no upgrades. I didn't even see that he had them. The Reapers.
Yeah.
I just you look at Reapers and you're like, they're not there. They don't exist.
They don't exist. They don't really do much of anything.
So a nice little payday for Mr. Olive Tree and Metalcore. Metalcore picking up 25 Vikings. Definitely the best hand on this board right now, especially with 3/3 Terran.
I don't know. 18 infestors may be coming along to fight him here.
Well, Omar calls with them. And so does Cly with the 3/3, now 4/4 at Wish.com Ravens, but Metalcore also has 4/4.
25 Vikings and 12 Liberators. You love to see it with the 4/4. Omar can't be happy picking up the adepts. Puts the hand down.
Yeah, it's a good fold from him. Now this is going to be a little interesting. How quickly can they get their shots off?
I think it's going to be quick enough. Oh, maybe not so much as the Widowmines take it right to the face.
Man, they tried though.
They did try.
That
The
was a
attempt was there.
They turned that into a very close fight.
Yeah.
A lot of 4/4 action. Was reading the chat there for a second.
They're just having a good time.
Metalcore again. Metalcore with the 22 wild cards.
Absolutely. Omar with 8 Archons.
It's not terrible. Not the count you really want to see, but it's still a good hand. He does decide to fold it, and apparently Skulljelly's mother is watching, at least the live stream. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Metalcore 7 Void Rays. Omar picking
Wow.
up the Archons again. Cly 8 Ultras. That's not terrible. I mean, I don't
Not
play.
bad at all.
I don't play him very often. I know a couple of other players that don't also really play them, but when you start getting down to 3, 4 handed, they do look a little more promising.
The Ultralisks?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have their place in big hands, primarily as tanks. They do great as tanks on the ground. And I mean, anything that is on the ground, they're going to be able to get up close and personal and get some damage done, especially if it's big groups of clumped units. But you're right in that they are still a vulnerable unit. It's very hard to play them at a full table.
I'd like to point out Metalcore has raised by 2 in the last 3, 4 hands in a row, and he's been right to do so every single time.
Right.
Cly should hopefully find the fold button.
The question is he going to continue doing this when his hot streak ends?
I would assume not, especially with how much he's made. You can kind of sit back, especially while the antes are so low. You just, at the moment, you made such a good payday, you kind of can sit back and just wait for it. And we got some good hands here with Nemesis, 22 wild cards, and Cly with the 6 battle cruisers.
Good, not bad, with just enough Tempest to ruin the battle cruiser's day and make him. Whoa! Cly, what are you, buddy?
How do you fold
Folding
6 battle cruisers?
6 battle cruisers.
So I have a question then. If you're not I understand that Zerg 3/3 was on the board, but if you're not willing to play the battle cruisers, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, exactly. There are no aces in this game, folks. There's tons of different kings that counter each other. You may as well, when you get one of those uber hands that doesn't have a whole lot of counters, get it while the getting's good. Make some money on it.
I mean, I can't talk too much because I ended up folding 4-4. It was like 4 battle cruisers and 8 cyclones. And watching the replay, it would have been a split pot. But oh well.
Yeah, you can't be results oriented in those situations. You have to go with your gut and understand that if you made the right read, then you have to, you know.
Yeah, you kind of just have to roll with it. Should get some action here though. With these disruptors are about to reign supreme. Do love me some good disruptors. Thors also just kind of body blocking, giving the disruptors giving them enough time to get a second shot off. And I predict a tie. Is my co-commentator still there? I think no. I think he's not. I do want to see if I'm right though. I'm pretty sure this is a tie. Yeah. And we're back. Welcome back, bot.
Yeah, had to actually go talk to tech support for that one. That was fun.
Yeah, it's all good. Back and rolling with this game here with Cly picking up 16 disruptors. We just saw disruptors. About to see him again.
Oh, gotta love those new disruptors. They do such a good job of clearing everything out on the ground and running away, staying alive, making sure you still get half the pot.
Apparently a pause has taken place. Fortunately enough, in the replays it doesn't show said pause. Cly raising by 6 with his 16 disruptors. Probably not going to get any other calls. The only call I could see were the 25 Marauders, but I understand the fold.
Absolutely, yeah. I think even the 6 Void Ray is not really quite enough to justify a call on this spot.
Yeah.
Not at a 6-handed table.
He does make the call, though, and I mean, whatever bet is about to come out of Cly, Omar will tie if he does make said call. It was only by 3. He has the call now.
Yeah, absolutely. Pot odds dictate you have to call in that situation.
So, I definitely disagree with the 3 raise. Are you trying to get a little bit more value out of that, or are you trying to force your opponent out?
You're not doing a very good job of either in that situation.
Exactly. So, Omar gets a little lucky. I feel like if the bet was higher, he would have folded. But you give the man 3, and especially a player like Omar, he knows the odds well enough that he's going to call.
Absolutely, yeah. One more, Mr. 2018 MMR, still number 1 on the leaderboard.
Oh, absolutely. He's been up there in the 2000s for a while now. It's impressive how long he's been able to hold it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good, not bad. Also picking up disruptors. A lot of disruptors so far. Definitely one of my top favorite hands. And so is the gambling hand of the wild card, 17, the minimum amount I like to play.
Lots of good hands on the table this time around. Even Metalcore with a suited 4/4 Archon and Void Ray combo.
I was about to say, not great count, but the 4/4 might actually keep him in it, and it does.
Yep. Let's just click on the Void Ray damage real quick just to respect this 4/4.
So
I
I've
don't know
tried
if
this
it'll
before.
show up or not.
Yeah, I've tried this before. It doesn't actually show the damage, unfortunately.
Oh, well, that should be 10 damage per tick, 14 to armored, correct?
It's a
I think it
lot.
was. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of damage.
Whatever the amount, it's a lot. These disruptors, can they dodge the liberators? They're trying with their micro. I mean, they're microing
Liberator's
against the
damage.
ground.
Yeah, I'm getting a few shots off. Oh,
Oh,
one more.
oh,
One
oh!
more goes down. Oh,
Wow. That was a lot closer than I was expecting it to be.
oh yeah.
They were
That
dancing
came
around.
down to the wire.
If that last liberator had, like, unsieged and then tried to have to re-siege, I think he could have gotten away with it.
Yeah, it was pretty close. It was down to the last shot or two.
Check all the way around. And no really good hand to speak of here. Everybody
Yeah.
kind of drawn dead.
See if anybody wants to bet and take it down.
I would expect not. In a league game, especially week 5, not very many people want to take those risks. I certainly wouldn't be betting in this situation. I'd let it go to a check.
These are the situations where when you're in late position, you need to realize them and understand that this is a perfect time for you to take a bluff at the pot. Because you may just end up winning, 5, 6 antes out of it. By only risking, what, 2 would be the normal raise size?
Yeah. I could definitely see it. In a pub game, especially in late position, I probably would have bet there. I've done it in the past. Just in the league game, hands get a little jittery. Don't really want to make too many mistakes.
That's understandable.
Especially since most of these players, they have to do well this game to either secure a spot or make a spot into the top 8.
Yeah, we've got the points up on another monitor. It is down to the wire. Everybody really that has been even close to being in contention is still in contention for a top 8 spot. The only safe player we believe is Frosticles with his 4 wins out of 5 weeks so far.
His video actually came out first, so we can divulge what happened to him in the 5th week.
Yeah, an unfortunate 4th place, 4 points for him.
He's still guaranteed. No one
Yeah,
can
I
actually
mean
knock
he still has a perfect 40 as far as the adjusted total with a dropped score.
Yeah, he's doing a perfectly fine. Burnt being right behind him. But for these players, this is a lot of like middle ground, like points we have here for these players. So if they can start knocking each other out, one of these guys can make it. It will definitely determine based on this game. I'm not sure why this just pulled up.
Uh-oh.
But there's there's that.
It's okay. It feels good to see my name on the Grandmaster list again for one of the bugged lists, I guess.
It's been too long. I miss it. It has been far too long.
Got to get back on that grind, sir.
I play. In this lobby, I'd have the second most games played. Ooh, we have some nice hands here. Everybody has one really good hand, and then one like meteor or less hand.
Yeah. Like we have 14 Liberators, and then we have 1 Carrier. We have 17 DTs, and then we have 3 Adepts.
I mean,
22 Ravens and 9 Oracles.
I actually don't hate the Oracles because they're 3/3. That's a lot of DPS.
That is true, but I mean, what are they going to run into to kill that the Ravens aren't going to take care of already?
That's true. That's true.
Unreal, says Metalcore.
Yeah,
A lot of those Ravens blowing up.
Only 2 survived.
Ooh, 2 survive.
The Liberator Splash absolutely destroys the Ravens. It's just a question of how many shots can they get off before the bombs go.
Yeah. Mr. Olive
Ooh.
Tree this time with the 13 Liberators, 4 Carriers for Good Good Not Bad, 15 Cyclones for Omor, 20 Ghosts for Clyde, lots of powerhouse hands on the table.
You forgot the 15 Ravagers with 1/1.
15 1/1 Ravagers, not bad, not bad.
And honestly, seeing the 1/1 makes me feel a little bit more confident because you're not getting the extra upgrades for the bile shots anyway. So it's just adding a little bit of bulk to your Ravager and not allowing your opponents to get even more than you.
Metalcore does fold the 1 Thor. Everybody else sticks along for the ride.
And some cards better roll than others, but overall, I mean, Nemesis did get the 2/2. He should be raising, I feel like. Trying to get at that
Yeah,
heads up.
I agree. Nemesis should be raising here.
But it's okay. I feel like this might go a check all the way around. Or not. Clyde gonna take a stab at it. Mr. Alatri calls, so does Nemesis. Mr. Olive Tree with the air superiority. Will it be enough? Because it's not a 1/1, I'm gonna say yes. I mean, not a 1/1, not a heads up.
Those ghosts finally going down, a few infestors left.
If the ghosts weren't
Mr. Olive
there,
Tree.
Nemesis would have cleaned house.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the infested Terran casted right underneath the Liberators, make him re-siege. Oh yeah.
They also stack up really nicely, especially with the Void Rays. If the Ravagers could have focused entirely on them with their bile shots, would have died so quick, especially while being fungled. Cly all in with his 5, 1 less than the ante.
Not going to be happy if he gets called by either spot here. Metalcore making the raise with the Ravens initially.
Very interesting second cards. I feel like this could go Metacore deciding to raise. Think Mr. Olatry still plays? Nah, he folds. Good fold.
No.
Good fold. Now, they're spread out pretty well. Can the Ravens kill all of them? I still think yes.
Yeah, they're going to walk forward into it, I believe. Yeah, look at that.
Can always be a little hopeful, though.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Unfortunately, Cly, our first victim on this table.
Well, 24 Hydras for Mr. Olive Tree this time around. No upgrades on the board.
I feel like that's the best hand here at this round at the moment. And that's not really what you want to see.
It is rare that Hydras are going to be the best hand at the table, but that is currently the situation we are in.
I don't hate them if you got a good tank in front.
Yeah, they're definitely a drawing hand when you get them on the first card. You need something tanky to put in front of them to keep them alive, but they do pretty decent DPS.
I feel like I can't speak. I feel like this could go check all the way around again.
Yeah.
There it is.
Another one of those situations where Metalcore really should be throwing a bet out there just because he's last to act and nobody else is showing interest in the pot.
Now, if you do try and do that, what would you say the raise should be to try and fold everybody out?
I like sticking with the same bet size as you would normally value bet with, so 3 times the big blind. With the blinds at 6, make it 18 to go.
I could see it. Mr. Olive.
There is an argument to be made for making a smaller bet, but then it becomes kind of telegraphed of what you're doing, so you have to mix the smaller bets in with your value bets as well.
Well, I feel like if you make it too small of a bet and one player calls, that could incentivize another player to call.
Exactly.
And then just domino effect, people are going to start seeing their odds look a lot better and a lot better.
Exactly. It's a lot easier to call 2 into a pot of 15 than it is into a pot of 6. Just for random numbers to throw out there.
Good, not bad. The only non-Terran in this hand. Boldly decides to raid. Raise. 3 very decent hands. Nicely for these Thors that, these 4/4 Thors that
Oh
they
boy,
were
those
fighting each
Vikings
other.
are about to land. Here comes
Yeah.
the kabooms.
Yeah,
The
it's not gonna go
earth-shattering
well.
kabooms.
Nemesis taking it down. I really like Thors in 3 ways.
Yeah. Thors are definitely becoming more of a multi-way unit for me.
They pick up the scraps very nicely, and they're slow enough to where they just let the other 2 guys fight each other first.
Yep. Oh, 11 Void Rays for Metal Core, 11 Immortals, and 2 carriers for Mr. Olive Tree. Nemesis with almost double perfect count, still not able to play simply because of the units he had.
These Void Rays. I mean, they're going up against Phoenix, but I just think it's enough Void Rays.
Oh yeah, this is definitely enough Void Rays.
And the 3/3 Cyclones are actually doing a decent work against the Queen.
We get a surrender from good, good, not bad. Thank you very much.
Yeah, much appreciated. Good, not bad. On the ropes here. And does not
No,
get the
with
hand.
about 4 bets to go, he's got to make a play here soon.
Mr. Olive Tree, very dominant in this game right now.
Olive Tree with the big raise, putting the Marines behind the Archons. Nice, takes down the pot without any contention.
Sorry, I got stuff going on in the background. I got dogs staring at me through my door.
Oh, poor doggos.
No really decent hand here, but good, not bad. Going all in with the 3/3 mutas. I like the play actually.
This might be the spot to take it down. Nemesis does call. Has some great units, just not great count.
It's gonna be enough.
Yeah, absolutely. There go the Mutalisks just melting into the Liberators. Ghost coming in to help EMP and DPS the Tempest down.
I like the all in and I like the call. It's very unfortunate.
Yep. And then there were 4. The GMs are left.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh, Omar picking up 10 Disruptors this time.
Mr. Olive Tree with the 19 Corruptors, so that's gonna be a tie if they go at it. Whoa.
Omar lets it go. Wow.
Omar not really feeling the disruptors, which would have wreaked havoc on this board. Will Mr. Olive Tree fold? He does. Good.
He lets it go.
I mean, I don't know how well the High Templar would have done, but better safe than sorry, I guess.
Yeah. 22 Infestors this time for Olive Tree, along with 12 Marauders, 11 DTs, and 14 Hydras for Metal Core. Nemesis with 7 Thors and 18 Phoenix. Omar again with the Disruptors, and a few Stalkers lets him go.
If those Infestors were in play, these DTs would have been dead.
Yep. Couple of Fungals, everybody else goes, oh my god, DTs! Boom, 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 boom.
2 counters
As it is,
were
we
drawn.
just have a split pot.
2 counters were there, but neither player wanted to play them.
Couldn't make it to the showdown.
Ooh. There's a couple fun hands here. Except for the lurkers. They're not there. Don't look at the lurkers. Non-existent. Nemesis fold. Yeah!
Aww.
Hate lurkers. Never
No
play
more
them
with
again.
the Infestors this time. 21 Stalkers to help out.
Yeah. Omar's got this.
Interesting putting the Tempest up front.
I don't hate it in this scenario because since there's, actually I could see it going both ways. I mean, if you put them up front, they're like tanks, but if you put them in the back, that gives you a chance to make ravens, raven side on themselves.
Right.
I don't really hate it either way in a heads-up situation. Nomar does call, does win 96 gold, and also picks up 11 DTs. I expect a raise.
Very nice. Metalcore needs to make a play pretty soon here. Not going to do it with 2 roaches this time.
Raising the minimum might actually get Nemesis to call. Does not call. Does not believe in the Wish.com Ravens.
There's a certain point in the game where switching from a 3x raise to a 2x raise is pretty permissible based on the current stack sizes. When even first place only has like 10, 15 bets to work with, it's time to start sizing down your raises to get a little bit more play out. The better players are going to make more money on later streets as the bets get bigger in perspective to the size of the pot. So it's better to keep people along for the smaller bet first and then make your money on the second street.
Metalcore folds my nemesis of a hand, the 6 Ravens. You know what 6 Ravens can beat?
Everything.
18 Vikings and 19 Corruptors if they were on the same hand in a heads up.
Yep.
Now the question is, can the Vikings beat the Corruptors? They are barely outnumbered. This is going to go down to better targeting.
Ooh. Looks like the Corruptors are just starting to edge it out.
It's so close. Unfortunately, when you have these kind of hands, more.
Oh no!
Just more.
I think that's it. I think that's it. The Vikings win.
Just had slightly better targeting, and one survives. And it was 19 Corruptors versus 18 Vikings, so the Corruptors had one advantage. Nemesis folding the 22 Stalkers.
Interesting.
Might be a little sad to see it.
Metalcore makes his play, takes down the antes, doubles the size of his stack.
No hand to write home about. Nemesis folded 22 Stalkers. Game says, hello, you get 1. If this goes check, 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 I could see a raise for Mr. Olive Tree.
I mean, you definitely need to with a hand like that.
There it is. I expect 3 folds. I already got 1. And there's no way Omar plays his hand.
No, Omar doesn't play his hand whatsoever.
No, there's no way. Picks up the antes, and that puts him in first place, so well done. I'd like to point out, Omar just checked his 7 Tempest, and I really like that play. Checked it again, unfortunately I'm not getting any more value out of them.
Yeah, a small bet would have been nice just to sweeten the pot a little bit, maybe get it 3 ways, but...
Will pick up the antes, though, as there's really nothing that can contend with his hand.
No.
Poor Marauders. Muters are fun.
Especially 25 of them, 4-4, with infestors behind them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Speaking of infestors, 20 of them.
Nice. Nemesis not able to play.
I was about to say, unfortunately, no other hand can really contend, so it does get 2 pots in a row, putting Omar in first place.
Very nice. Omar with almost 15 bets. I think sitting at 14 right now.
This is a very back and forth game so far, and I like it.
Metalcore all in with the 14 Ravagers. Nemesis calls with 17 Corruptors. Olive Tree, I assume, is calling.
Even Omar
Omar drawing.
called with the 7 stalkers, saying that the odds are good enough.
Interesting hands all around. We have Siege Tanks for Metalcore, Banshees for Nemesis, Hydras for Omar, and Zealots for Olive Tree.
Mr. Olive Tree not raising. Probably thinks there's a counter on the board. Fortunately for him, there's not.
Quite the battle going on. Tanks getting sniped off by the Banshees in the back.
Yeah, this is going to be a tie between Nemesis and Mr. Olive Tree, which does mean that Metalcore will be eliminated in 4th place.
GG Metalcore.
Does decide to leave the game, does not want to see the kill animation. Killis is high.
Hey, Killos, you're interrupting a broadcast, sir.
Omar, 25 High Templar. I do rock the High Templar avatar. I love to see them. Don't always play them, but love to see them. And Mr. Olive Tree picking up the better card of 23 Ravens. This is going to be some fireworks. I could see a bigger raise from Mr. Olive Tree. I think he should. He should make this even higher. How much does he have? 230. Raise it up by there you go. Yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
I was about to say 100.
Omar with a quick call.
Yeah, of course.
Here come the storms right off the bat. Are we gonna get enough storm for a misdeal? Ravens go down. That's it. We have a misdeal. Reset.
Everything dies. How poetic. A lot of stalkers, a lot of low count of stalkers this game.
Yep. And a lot of infestors as Nemesis picks up 20 of them again.
If I remember correctly, we've yet to see a heads-up match with the infestors this game, despite seeing a lot of them.
They're definitely thought of as a better heads-up unit, but Olive Tree debating what to do with his 8 Reapers.
Definitely going to fold. Maybe doesn't want to fold too quickly, though. Doesn't want to give off much of a read on how bad his hand was.
Well, this time he picks up 5 carriers for the trouble. Omar with 21 DTs. Nemesis with 17 High Templar.
I'm like, I'd be calling with the 17 High Templar.
I think everybody in this situation should be calling.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, makes a call. There's the other call, and 100
Nemesis with 100 Banelings.
Unfortunately, that's not going to beat the carriers. However,
no, but it's going to beat the crap out of the DTs.
Poor DTs.
And everything else on the ground, for that matter. And the High Templar come along just to make it even worse on the Dark Templar. Pop, 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 pop.
Carriers reign supreme, as they should.
Olive Tree picking up a humongous pot. Almost half the money in the game. Actually, no, I forgot. We're only at a six-handed table. That is more than half the money in the game.
Yep. I believe the max is... Oh, why am I
750.
Yeah, there it is. Why am I trying to do math? That's you. You do all the math.
Oh no, Omar committing. Along with Nemesis as well. Nemesis, Omar down to 2 chips left.
I was about to say, trying to leave himself with a little bit. Look at these 21 Archons. Archons are dying a lot quicker than they should be. There they go. If you don't know, I'm talking about the top left.
Yeah. Omar picks up a much needed pot.
Absolutely. That puts Nemesis in even a worse position now. That actually puts Nemesis all in with not the hand you want to see. No, there it is. There it is. I'm sorry, Nemesis.
GG Nemesis.
I'm sorry.
Come the oracles to ruin your day. Now the carriers to clean up.
Yep. Now, they're both going to be at relatively even stack sizes. Who do you think's going to win between Omar and Mr. Olive Tree?
I mean, I gotta give it to Omar. We go way back to one card, if I remember right. I mean, he's got the experience, he's got the know-how. Just needs the cards to be on his side a little bit. He'll be all right.
He is the man with the stat book. Lays it very close to the chest. Mr. Olive Tree needs to watch out. He called with 22 Reapers.
Interesting play.
I still really wish the Reapers had their grenade. I believe
Maybe in due time, we shall see.
Well, if I remember correctly, there's a reason, like they can't have them or something like that. I don't remember the exact situation about them. But, oh well.
Oh, it may have been something like this was a version where they didn't have the mine yet.
I think that's right. 90.
Remember, BattlePoker is based on a much older ladder patch.
That's very true. Omar should call. I mean, you already made the raise. Do it. 99 Banelings. How do you
99 Banelings.
I mean,
let's go. Wow.
I mean, I don't hate the fold, but it's 99 Banelings.
I mean, at that point, you're committed to hoping that your opponent has ground, because you wreck anything that is on the ground.
Except Infester.
Yeah, except Infester. Because Fungal makes them all go pop, 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 pop.
Some decent hands. Well, a little better hand, obviously, in the 11 Archons.
And he picks up 8 Void Rays to go with the Protoss, now 2-2. Nice little pot taken down by Omar. Disruptors this time. Whoa! We're going to see some fireworks here.
This is where I'd like to see the wild cards in front.
Yes.
This could be it, depending on how this goes.
This could be.
He should be calling.
He says good luck. That's going to be a call.
Any ghosts? Any ghosts? There is a ghost. There's 2. No, there's 1.
You can see a lot better than I can. But was it enough?
Was not enough. That's so many Ravens.
Oh. And the Archon actually taking HP damage from a mine, somehow not going down.
Who's got the energy? Who's got it? Yeah, the ghost might have saved it. The one ghost.
That is possible.
And it did.
No more
it's
shot.
not going to get there.
Not going to land. It's not going to land.
It's too far.
Oh, no.
That one ghost made all the difference.
And we have another huge hand, 23 Phoenix against 19 Corruptor.
They're 2-2, by the way, which is going to annihilate these Phoenix.
Well, I think the Corruptors already have the advantage with their armor against the Phoenix weapons, so the 2-2 is just going to be icing on the cake.
And the Hellbat
16 Hellbat should be able to take care of the Immortals, no problem.
Yep, especially
Let's
since
see how this shakes out.
The Hellbats are light, so Immortals aren't doing extra damage against them.
Correct.
This should go to
If these Corruptors finish off the Phoenixes, this should be the end of our game.
I do believe it will. Mr. Olive Tree saying GG.
But letting it run out, as he should.
Yeah, you don't fold in this when you're all in like this. Or fold, you don't surrender.
There it is. With
Omar.
the 10 seconds left, right at the end.
You predicted it. Oh, doesn't want to see it. Well, congratulations, Omar, on your first place victory. He really needed that too.
Yeah. With that win, he is just 2 points out of contention for top 8.
Oh, is he? I was about to pull it up.
Yeah, you need 25 right now to tie for 8th place, and he is currently sitting at 23 with that win.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Had he gotten 3rd, or a 2nd, that would be, what, 3 points less? That would have made it so much more difficult. He has a fighting chance now.
Absolutely. Looking down almost as far as I would say Arc. Anybody sitting at 17 or more, honestly, a win next week, that puts you up just barely above the current cutoff. If the right people just can't perform or don't show up, you're in.
A little bit of a reach.
It's a little bit of a reach, but it's possible.
Very, very helpful. I'm looking at obviously our three people tied in eighth place, and then Drunk Archon is I think at the lowest place where he has a decent chance here of getting in, but he does need that win or at least a second. But
Yeah, absolutely. But still, there's plenty of poker to be played. We have one more week before we pare down to our final eight and go to our final table.
absolutely, week 6 is gonna determine our final spots. It's gonna be very fun and very interesting. Well,
All right, if that's going to do it for us tonight, Bad, do you have anything?
no, thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime, sir. This has been Bad at Games and Bot D. We'll see y'all next week. Take care.